Hello and welcome to Module 3, our Global Goals Digital Notebook. I'm going to go over the assignment quickly and give you some helpful tips and tricks on how to be able to accomplish this. So if this is your first time making or using a digital notebook, digital notebooks are a great resource to be able to have on hand should you be absent, should a student be absent, or have someplace they need to go, or just a last minute thing. If you have students that are early finishers, sometimes you have kids always like, what's next? What's next? You can always direct them to work on their digital notebook. Now we're creating one specifically for this class, specifically regarding sustainability, but you can use obviously these resources and these tools to be able to accomplish other things in your classes for different modules or topics that you might be covering. So for this, we are going to be creating a 20-page Google slideshow. It will need to be 20 pages because each page has something that is assigned. You can do this by opening up a brand new Google slideshow. So you can either do File, New, and create a new presentation. And then literally click on the left where it says number 1 and then hit enter 20 times until you have 20 slides. That is one way of starting this project. You are welcome to do it that way. And then you can choose from the right-hand side. You could choose any of these backgrounds or layouts or formats if you like. Another way that you could do this, as suggested in the module here, is go to a website like SlidesMania or SlidesGo and download a pre-made template. So if you go to SlidesMania, you will notice the first one here is called Can You Guess the Character? After that game that most of us have played as children. So that's the one I chose to use. If you click on the one that you like, and as you scroll down, there will be a place where it says Open in Google Slides. If you click Open in Google Slides, it will give you what you're looking for here, and then you can always just use it and it'll download it directly into Google Slides for you. So that's what it does here. So it's called Can You Guess the Character? And then I just renamed it with our global goal. We'll call this Global Goal Sample Notebook. And I deleted any of the slides that I didn't need. So I didn't need some of these. I didn't need this one, and then I was going to need some blank slides. So by clicking and then hitting enter, I also had some blank slides. So all the way until I have 20. And the reason for this is if you go back to the directions under Module 3, it says slides 1 through 3 should look as follows. So slide 1 is an introductory slide. So I took this first slide here where it says, can you guess the character? And instead of saying, can you guess the character, I changed it to, can you help reach the UN global goals? As we know, one of the global goals is actually to educate others about the global goals. So the point of this assignment is not only to have a resource available to you, but also to educate and empower our students regarding the United Nations global goals. If we don't know about them, we kind of can't reach them. So it's important to give them this information. So slide number 2, as outlined in our directions here, is provide a brief description of what the goals are and how students are to interact with this notebook. So for my purposes here, I took this second slide. I highlighted everything, and then I made all of it smaller, so that I could have some space to be able to write directly above it. So for me, I added a text box here and said the United Nations is counting on you, so on and so forth. So I gave them some directions. Now slide number 3, if you refer to our directions, is our launch or our home page. Okay, so we're going to be directing students back again and again to this home page. And on this homepage, you need 17 distinct images or objects for students to click on. Now, these 17 images that I made are directly related to the global goals. You don't have to. You could do numbers 1 through 17. They could be pictures or images of anything that you like, maybe that are related to the topic, or even the numbers 1 through 17. That's fine as well. And this brings us to the next portion, which is moving on to the actual slides, which is slides 4 through 20. And in slides 4 through 20, we need to add 4 things. So if we come here, you'll see the 4 things that we need are: 1, we need a video. 2, we need an image linked to the game that our classmate made. We need some sort of call to action so students know what to do on this page, a place for them to respond, and then a home button which will link them back to slide number 3. So let me explain how to do that, because that's obviously a lot of information. So first it says insert a video explaining the global goal. I did provide you with video links here. So if we come here, we have our video links. So for global goal number 1, I provided both an easier and a harder video. So if you just copy the video, so hit Control Copy or Command Copy, depending if you're using a Mac or a PC. On your slideshow, I'm going to choose this. I'm going to use the blank one that we haven't used yet. I am going to go to slide number 4, because slide number 4 is going to be global goal number 4, global goal number 1. Sorry about that. So global goal number 1 is here. And again, you can mess around with fonts and sizes and all that kind of stuff as you are going, colors and all that type. So here's my global goal number 1. I am going to click Insert, and I'm inserting a video, and I am pasting the video that I just grabbed from there. I highlight it by clicking on it and then hit Select, and that will insert the video automatically into my slideshow. So now I have a video. So I have it, global goal number 1, I have a video, and I'm going to come back, circle back here, and I now know that I have the first thing I need. Second, I need an image, and this image is going to be linked to my classmates' global goal game. So I chose for my purposes, I insert an image from the internet. You go insert image, search the web, and I just type global goal 1. And I chose this one because this is our global goal image that is related to this. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that it fits. And now I need to link this to my classmates' game. In order to do that, I need the link to the game, which is provided in the document that I gave to you. So you will highlight that. You will copy it. You will come back to your game. And then make sure this is highlighted, the image that you want to link. And you will click the button up here that says Insert Link. And you will paste the link and hit Apply. And now you have video and you have an image that is linked to a website. Okay. Then there's only, if we go back to the directions, there it says we need a call to action / directions on how to use the page, right? And this should also have a place for students to respond with what they learned. So if we go to my example, I am going to just highlight this because it's going to make this tutorial faster for you. But I inserted a text box. So you can just insert a text box like this, right? And you can add information. Now for me, I'm going to show you, I added, oops, let's undo that. We're going to grab this here, entire thing. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here. No, that still doesn't want to do it. All right, so let's try one more time. That's this. Okay. Well, if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to insert a text box, and then I'm going to give them the steps. So step 1, click to watch the video. And then step 2 is click to play the game. And step 3 is share 3 new things you learned about global goal number 1. Now, that's just one idea of something you can ask a student. You could also ask them, what's something that surprised you? What did you not know before watching this or playing these games? How could you help reach this global goal? What information did you learn that inspires you to want to help reach this goal? So those are all sort of possibilities or options. And then you provide students with a way to respond. I might say click the image, click the the no poverty image. That might make even more sense. to play the game. So as clear as you can be with your directions, obviously, the better. And then you'd play around with the format and all of those things. So there is one last little piece that is missing, and that is creating some sort of home button. The home button is going to link us back to slide number 3. So you can insert a shape. You could search the internet for a home button. That's also a possibility. So we'll just call this the home button. Now the home button, we are trying to link ourselves back to slide number 3. So how we do that is we click on the home button, and we are going to again click on link where it says insert link. And instead of inserting a link, we are going to type slide 3 because we are linking it to slide 3, and we hit apply. And that's it. So now if you come to our slideshow, if I click on the home button, it brings me back to slide number 3. If I click on No Poverty, it opens up my game that I'm going to play. So each of these will take you somewhere or allow you to watch the video, however that might be. So that's this part of the assignment. Now I'm going to just circle back real quick to slide number 3. I want to spend slightly more time on that just so that you can see, and then we're going to wrap this up. So in slide number 3, you have these where it says right click to replace image. If you are using a pre-made slideshow, then you are going to select replace image, and you can search the web to replace the image. And we are going to be doing global goal 1. And oops, not 1, not 14, just number 1. And if I click on that, it'll insert it, it'll replace the image right there, and then I can resize it or do whatever I need to make that fit. Okay. I also can link this by clicking on the link button, and I'm linking this to slide 4 because slide 4 is related directly to global goal 1, and then I would link this to slide 5 and slide 6 and slide 7 and slide 8 and slide 9, so on and so forth, and I replace each of these with one of the global goals. Now if you take a look at my example project here, I did replace this, so I have to change that. But each of these is linked to the appropriate slide. So I have all 17 images there, and each image corresponds to a slide. Okay. Last piece of information is to make sure that you post the link to this game twice. The way that we share this digital notebook is we hit File, Share. And we are going to share it with anyone with the link. We're going to copy the link. The link is now copied. And when we head to Blackboard, we can paste it in both the assignment. The assignment is going to be called Week 4 Digital Notebook. That allows me to grade your assignment. And then Week 5, post link to Digital Notebook here for feedback or discussion. This is where you're allowing your classmates the opportunity to be able to view your digital notebook. And that is worth 6 points versus the actual assignment is 15. So make sure that you view the notebooks of at least 2 of your classmates. You're looking to check that their links work. You're looking that they take you to the correct places, seeing if there's any spelling or grammatical errors. The dialogue is going to look a little different because obviously you won't have a ton of questions. It's really just feedback on, did the notebook work? Are there things, maybe ways to improve their layout that might look a little bit clearer? And so just take a look at your classmates' work and make sure everything sort of functions the way that it should. So if you were to hand this out to your students, you would know that it's going to work. We're really testing it out on each other. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to email me. I am happy to answer any questions, or we can set up a time to have a virtual meeting where I can walk you through this if you need additional support. Good luck. Can't wait to see your digital notebooks.